Just going to give you a quick run through of my cymbal collection. Here we have a 23-inch Matt Chamberlin Istanbul Agop. Quite good for big band jazz, quite big, rings on forever. Next up we've got a 22-inch traditional dark crash, again all Istanbul Agop cymbals, very washy, again rings on forever. Next up we've got a 20-inch Istanbul Crash Ride, very versatile cymbal, again great for jazz but has a really nice bell on it as well, does a lot of Latin stuff which is cool. Next up we have a 20-inch again Agop Dark Crash, nice, just bought these two quite recently, this 20-inch and the one next to it which is a 19-inch Agop, again a little bit longer sustain than the littler ones, very nice sounding cymbals. These two, as you can probably see by them being slightly more worn than the first two Istanbul ones that I had. So again, dark crashes, an 18 and a 17. Very nice, especially the 17. Probably my personal favourite out of them, really. Couple of little splashes. Again, Istanbul Agop ones, traditional. These are both actually the same size. Sound slightly different because they're both handmade. So we've got two 8-inch splashes, paper thin ones. Really plasticky, like kind of nice and thin, really light papery sound, sorry not plasticky. Next up we've got a set of Bosphorus Antique 14-inch hi-hats, dark again, I'm a big fan of dark cymbals, 14s top and bottom, very nice, again very versatile, great for kind of the jazz stuff and also great for pop and rock really. Next up we've got some Bosphorus 12s I believe, yeah, 12 Bright hi-hats, even the price tag's still on. Again quite nice, a little bit kind of tighter than these, you can get a bit more wash out of those ones, whereas these are a little bit more kind of, well, brighter because they're bright cymbals, but with them being smaller you don't get quite the same wash, they're a bit sharper as such. Moving on to the first set of A Customs. Set of 14-inch A Custom hats, pretty industry standard, great for kind of pop function stuff, everything you want. Next up, a little Paiste PST X, what do they call this, a 14-inch Swiss thin crash, call it the cheese crash really. It's alright, apart from one of my drum students managed to put a little crack in one of the holes, which I was a little bit annoyed about, but never mind. Sounds quite cool on top of other stuff as well if you want to make a little stacker cymbal. Just gives you a very short sustain, kind of harsh, almost chinery like sound. Moving down here, we've got an A Custom 14-inch fast crash and an A Custom 15-inch fast crash. As the name suggests, quite fast, quite choppy, cut through a mix quite well. Quite short sustain on them though, to be fair, and quite high pitched. Next up we've got a 16-inch standard crash, again A Custom, standard stuff really. It's not the biggest thing in the world, obviously all these ones up here are all bigger than that, going down to 17, we've got 16, 15, 14 here. Yeah, so 16-inch crash, standard stuff. Next up we've got a K Custom Hybrid China, the 17 version. These are quite nice, although they look quite funky like the Antique Series up there. It's quite a standard China really. Don't use it that often, just for the style of stuff that I generally play, it's not needed, but again works quite well as a stacker with that one. You put those two together, that can sound quite cool if you want something a little bit different. Moving on. Now this is something, I think it's a, I have no idea what it is, it's an IFIP Tiger Series. I liked the look of it, and as you can see it's got some rivet holes in it, it's only actually got one rivet in it at the minute at the bottom here. But again, works surprisingly well for jazz and brushes with the rivet in it, it kind of gives it a little bit of a different sound to all the rest of it, and people always go, oh that looks cool, so yeah, quite a fun one to have. And then finally, a Custom Medium Ride, 20-inch. Again, industry standard, very pingy. Not my personal favourite, but for some situations you need that kind of ping sound. Much more of a fan of like 20-inch crash ride over there as a ride cymbal, or if we're playing more jazzy stuff, either the 22 crash or the 23-inch ride over there, probably my personal favourites. That's my cymbal collection. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again soon.